What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, I'm gonna show you some of the tools that you can use or useful when you install the Pi Revit add-ins. Okay, so by the way, this is not sponsored by Pi Revit. It's just so happened that I like the software, and I'm gonna show you some of the tools that might help you in Revit. Okay, so let's do this. So by the way, if you want to install the Pi Revit, so all you have to do is go to your Google and then type Pi Revit. Okay, so just type Pi Revit, and then after that, all right, so this is the one, so just click that. So anyway, I'm gonna put this link in the video description. So this is the maker of the Pi Revit. It's github.com, and then there's your Pi Revit. So you just look for the install Pi Revit, and then you are now good to go. So there's your Pi Revit. Okay, so this is the one. So there are some steps here that you can follow for you to be able to install the Pi Revit successfully. Well, anyway, after you install that, you can find your Pi Revit here. So it has a separate tab. So there's your Pi Revit, and then you can see here heaps of tools that is included to the Pi Revit. Okay, so let us explore some of these tools here. So let's say I'm gonna open the sample file. So let me open the sample file about architecture. So let's look for the architecture, advanced sample project, RAC. So just open that. Okay, there you go. And then let's do this. So I'm gonna I'm gonna click the Pi Revit tab, and then okay, so you can see here the search. So it says the best interface ever, and then you can also see there the bundle name. So you can try out this one. So if you want to search something, so like a command, so like a wall or whatever, so you can click that search, and then you can now type here. So let's say, for example, you can type wall and then enter. So you will now be able to create here a wall foundation. Okay, I really don't use this one, but yeah, so that's how you use that one. So search, you click that, and then you can type here. So let's say walkthrough, enter. So there's no selected one. So walk through. Okay, I'm expecting to open some of the walkthrough in this video, like this one here, but it's not. So maybe I just don't know how to use this search here. Anyway, I don't use this one. So how about the spy? So as you can see here, so you can select or find all the loaded assemblies, list elements. Okay, so open current project central log if your project is a work shared project. Okay, so I don't use that. So it's this. So I don't use also this one, tab coloring. I don't do this. So okay, so what I use here is the section box, this one, if you want to toggle it on. So let's say, for example, here in the 3D view, so as you can see, there's no section box, although it's already checked here from the properties. You can see the section box here, it's already checked, but the section box is not showing. Actually, you can click the bulb here, and then it will reveal there the section box. Now, instead of doing that, you can use your Pi Revit to show it. So like, you can click the section box straight away, and Revit will show the section box. It's really handy. So let's say For example, I'm gonna separate this view here. So I'm gonna use the selection box, and then I'm going to turn off here the section box. It will show the whole model. So now I want to show the section box again. So instead of ticking here, so you can also use the section box still here. So just click that, and Revit will show you the section box. And it's not. Okay, so that's the problem. So that's one problem for the section box here, because you need to check the section box here, and then it only works if your section box is hidden manually like that. So I think the developer needs to modify this one, because I am expecting that even if this one is unchecked, when I click the section box here, I'm expecting the section box will appear. Revit will automatically check this one and then show the section box, but as you can see, it's not. So let me try again. So section box, and it happens now. So it's now showing. So this section box tool, it only turn on automatically if the section box here is checked. If this is unchecked like that, so if you click the section box, it's not working. See, it's not working on my end here. Right, so that's how this one works. There you go. Now the other one here that you can use is the sync view. So as you can see, it's already turned on. Okay, so the sync views, so based on the definition or the information, it keeps the views synchronized. So this means that as you pan and zoom and switch between plan and reflected ceiling plan views, so these two will keep the views in the same zoomed area. So you can keep working in the same area without the need to zoom and pan again. Okay, so basically, so if I'm gonna change my view to entry level, 01 entry level, and then I'll just close the other views here, and then I'm gonna open the entry level 01, and then 02 floor of the ceiling plan, and then 03 floor of the floor plan. So if I'm gonna zoom in to this area here, okay, if I click the 02 floor here, as you can see, it's synced properly, right? So it's on the same view. So these two will keep the views in the same view. So entry level, okay, and then even if you open another view, so let's say I close this one, okay, so if I open 02 floor, so as you can see, so it's there. Okay, so let's say I zoom out like this, and then I open 01 level, so as you can see, it's the same view, right? So if I pan my drawing like this, and then if I go to 02 floor here by clicking, so as you can see, it's synchronizing. So if I pan my drawing here, the view synchronized here. There you go. But if you are going to turn off this one, so this is what will happen. So if I pan my drawing here, and then I click the view here, the 02 floor, as you can see, it's not following, right? So if I zoom in here, and then I click this, it's not following. But native in Revit is that when you zoom into one area here, if you open a new view from the project browser here, whether it be floor plan or ceiling plan, automatically it will gonna be on the same view. Like for example, I'm gonna open 03 floor, so it's on the same view, right? So let's say I'm gonna open 03 floor of the ceiling plan, so it's on the same view. But if you are going to click here on the views that is already open, so let's say I pan my drawing here, and then if I click this one, it will not sync. Okay, So the view is now different. So it will not be having the same view if you click the views that is already open. But if you're going to use the sync views tool, you turn it on. So if I click this, so it will zoom to that area automatically, right? And then of course, even if you open a new view, it will gonna be on the same area. Okay, so when you pan and when you zoom in or zoom out. Okay, so this is one of the useful tool here that I find in Pi Revit. Okay, so another thing is from the selection panel, you can also use this pick here. So we have 3 types of pick here. 3 types of selection. So you have the pick here. So it activates selection tool that picks a specific type of element. Actually, this is already native in Revit, right? So that's already native in Revit, I think. So if anyone knows how this pick option works, you can teach me how. But what I'm thinking is that this is already native in Revit. Now the other one here is pick detail elements. So it activates selection tool that picks only detail 2D elements. So it's only 2D elements. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna put here some detail line. I'm gonna put rectangle. So for example, here I put the circle here, put the circle here, and then I also put some text. Let's say I put the text here. So that's for my test. Okay. Now, if in this view I only want to select the 2D elements, so you have a faster way. Just use your Pi Revit and then look for the pick detail elements, and then you can now use your window selection like this, and Revit will automatically select only 2D elements. And as you can see, I selected this lines, text notes, and then if I check the filter here, so these are the elements that I have selected. So they are all 2D elements. Okay, now the other one here is pick model elements. So this is the opposite. So this one will gonna pick the model elements. So it will not pick the 2D elements. So you can click that and then you can select pick model elements. You can click and you can now select. Without worrying, you are selecting some 2D elements such as detail lines or text or hatch or filled region. So if you check the filter here, as you can see, these are all model elements. So it will not include your lines or text. Right? So that is another useful tool that I find it very helpful in Pi Revit. So the pick tool and also the sync views. What else? So what's this? So isolate. So it isolates specific elements in current view and put the view in isolate. This one, I think I still prefer these tools that we have here. But let's try this one out. So I'm gonna select the isolate here, and then there's another dialog box that will gonna pop up, and then you just need to select from here. So let's say, for example, doors. So you click the doors and it's now isolated. Fortunately, there's no door that is showing here. So it will gonna be using the temporary hide isolate, which is this tool here. Okay, so let us just reset that, and then let's go to the 3D view. So let us use that tool in this view. So isolate. So how about the walls? So let's click the walls, and there you go. So it's now isolating the walls. Okay, so basically it's just like this, just using this tool here. So like, for example, you click one of the wall here. So this is a wall. All right, there's the wall, and then you can of course use this and isolate category. So you can, that's how you use that one. Okay, Anyway, so that's another way of isolating a category by using the isolate tool here. And then, yeah, so that's how it works. How about the select? So this one, so there are several tools here. So I think some of it are already self-explanatory. So like, for example, this one, find and select entities without dimensions. Okay, so it will only select entities without dimension. Like, for example, if I go back to 01 entry level here, let's open up that. As you can see, there are dimensions here, right? So all our windows basically have dimension. Okay, so that's why if I'm gonna use here select and then find and select entities without dimension, and then if I select here the windows, if I click that, so Revit will tell me all windows have associated dimensions. Okay, so that's what happens. So if I'm gonna delete this dimension here, and then let me just put some dimension only in this window, and let's say to this window here. Okay, and then modify. So let's try going back to Pi Revit, select, find and select entities without dimensions. So I'm gonna click that, and then I'll be selecting here the windows. And then as you can see, it now highlights all the 4 windows that doesn't have any dimension. So basically that's how you use that. Well, it's also useful. Okay, but yeah, the other one here is find and select entities without tags. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So there are heaps of selection tools that you can use here. So add tag elements, invert selection, list selection as clickable links, select all clouds of a specific revision, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, so maybe some of these selection tools will gonna be useful to you, so you might try this also if you have time. All right, so let's say for example you are on the 3D view. So let's go to the 3D view. Another useful tool that I find here in Pi Revit is this tool here. So we have the Orient section box to face. The other one is Orient view to face. So let's say for example, so what I want to do is let me open the selection box here. So selection box. Okay, so there's my selection box. So let's say I'm gonna create a wall here. Let me just create an architectural wall. So let's say this is my wall here, slanting wall, just like that. So what I want to do is I want my section box, this one, to be oriented on that angle. Of course, you can use this tool here, right? You can use that. You can rotate. You can rotate manually, or if you know the angle, I think you can use exact rotation for this. Like you click that, I think you can use the rotate. Let's pick the base point, and then if you know the angle, you can type the angle, right? So you can use that, so that you'll be able to crop that on that angle. Okay, but another easier way is that you can use the 3D tool from the Pi Revit. Okay, so like for example, all you have to do is just click the 3D here, orient section box to face. Oh no, not that one. Yeah, this one. So orient section box to face, you click that, and then you click this face here. And oh wait, it's not working again. Orient section box to face. Why is it not working? Oh, it's not working in 2022. I tried this in 2021, but let me try again. Let me create an architectural wall. Not a curtain wall. Okay, so let me try to use generic wall. Okay, so gonna use this wall here. So that's my reference wall. Okay, and then let's try again. So let's go to Pi Revit. So 3D Orient section box to face. You click that. Then let's click this face here. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, for some reason it's not working on this curtain wall. So you see our section box automatically orient to that face. Now if you want to go back, you can use again your Pi Revit, go to the 3D Orient section box to face, and then you can click this face here. Click. And did it work? Or did I pick a wrong face? Okay, so how about this face here? So 3D Orient section box, and then let's pick this face here. There you go, right? Okay, so it's really useful. So instead of rotating your section box manually, see, let's click again. Oh, it's really weird. Okay, you see, I've been selecting this face here multiple times already. Now it's there. Not sure if there's a bug, so let me click this face here. So again, it's not working on the first time you pick. So orient section box to face. Let's click again. And again, it's not working. Okay. Let's click again. And there you go. I think this one needs to be addressed by the developer. Paging. Okay. So let's select again. So let's try this one out. Okay, now it's working fine. So how about this face here? Let's click that. There you go. Right, so it's now working there. Okay, so let's click again. Action box. Click here. There you go. All right, so that's useful. The other one here is orient view to face. So basically, Revit will orient your section box, your view cube. Like for example, you want your view to face here, although you can already select the front there. But another way is using this tool. So orient view to face, you can click that. And then let's click that face. And there you go. So it will go to that face. So let's say, for example, this face here. Because I can't just simply manually orient my view. Okay, if you want to face exactly to this face of your wall at an angle, so it's really difficult to do it manually like this, but you can use orient view to face. You can click that. Then let's click this face here, and there you go. See? Right? So you can now manually edit that, edit the profile. Check. Okay. Anyway, these are just some of the tools that you can use in Pi Revit. I still need to explore all the tools here, and once I'm done exploring the tools on the Pi Revit, so I'm gonna do again a quick video on how it works. Okay, so hopefully this gives you an idea on how the Pi Revit works. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.